People say that you cannot choose your family, and that is true. You also can't choose your neighbours, so you might as well try and love them. Now, for me personally, I don't really know most of my neighbours apart from maybe two of them. I don't know any of them. I could cross them in the street, they could live 2 houses away from me and I wouldn't know. Just generally never really bump into anyone. I'm quickly rushing into the car. Everyone's living busy lives. I feel like most people probably don't care too much about having a relationship with their neighbours unless, you know, they're directly attached to you and then you want to be able to agree on certain things or have someone take your parcels when you're not in. That can be annoying, by the way. Receiving interruptions constantly and it's not even for you. What a waste of my time. But I'm also too nice in person. When a postman's like, oh, can you take this? I don't really want it in my van. I'm like, sure, yes. And then the person doesn't come and collect it. And I end up waiting a week. I'm like, I guess I'll bring it round to them because that's my job now. So I'll give you a few examples of why I think neighbours can be annoying. Number one, there's a house outside of the back of mine. It's very big. All I can really see are the walls and these little slit windows that open upwards. It's a big place. So during the summer, they are the hosts for parties and gatherings. Now, I personally am not that kind of guy where I like to go on party trips and gatherings because I find people to be quite overwhelming. I get very anxious in groups, and so I just stopped trying at one point, and I'm happier for it. I'm happier having a quiet weekend than going out and socialising with a bunch of people that, you know, it can be quite hard to keep up relationships with long term. So now I have no friends, but I have a lot of peace. So during the summer, it gets very hot, particularly in my bedroom. I don't have windows in the bedroom, so we have to have the doors open, which I admit would invalidate an insurance claim if someone stole all my shit in the night and raped me to death. But it's the risk you take to be a bit cooler. I have the fan on, I wake up every morning with dry, horrible eyes, and it's the only real way of dealing with it. I think at this point, it gets so hot in the UK in the summer that all homes should have aircon, but they don't. But anyway, when this family that live at that house, I don't know who they are, host their parties, they go on quite late. Too late by my clock. 3 a.m. I think at the weekends or any day. But it, you know, it's like a Saturday night. It's 3 a.m. I think that's inappropriate. I think you should be more cautious of upsetting your neighbours and more, I don't know, considerate. So at 3 in the morning, waking up because there are drunk people screaming and singing badly, not my idea of a good time. And it gets to a point where I think, I've got some eggs in the fridge. That fence, I can pretty much guess where your noise is coming from, and I can just launch a bunch and I'll probably hit a few of you cunts. But I don't do that because I don't know really. Maybe next time I'll give it a go. Will they really know it was me? I mean, this video could be used as evidence against me, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't happen often enough to get annoyed about it that much. But when it does happen and I'm trying to go to bed and I think this is just, life is shit. Why am I being kept up by some cunt I don't even know? Another thing, and I found this quite funny, but I know some people could find it inappropriate and offensive. What I'm talking about is, again, my back doors were open because it was summer, I guess. And I was getting ready for bed and I could hear my neighbours having a really good time. You know what I mean. They're in their garden, being very, very loud. Probably because they wanted people to know that they were having a lovely time. But the thing is, there are quite a lot of houses around this way with stairs and with like a bit of a bird's eye view. So I don't know if some people were seeing what I was hearing, but I was like, hang on a minute. Ah, fuck. I'm like, oh shit, this is weird. And then I was just waiting for it to end. Oh yeah, oh that was nice, baby. Thank you. Very, very nice. Goodbye. No, but it did go on for a little while and it was quite loud. I was thinking, if you're next door to them and you know who they are, one, that's very awkward the next morning. Like, oh, hi, Natalie. Had a good night, I hear. But if you've got kids, And the kid wakes up and they're like, Mummy, I'm trying to go to bed. It's like 11 p.m, but I can hear next door neighbours. I think she's screaming in pain. No, she's not screaming in pain. She's having a lovely little orgasm, sir. So yeah, bit weird. I don't know who they were. They didn't stay here long. I think they probably got complained about because of that sort of shit. Apparently they had sex on someone's car. Weird enough, I think. Because a lot of people think it's cool, like, oh, we've only had sex in a bed. How boring. Extremely comfortable in a bed. In a car, not great, is it? Let's be honest. On a bonnet, let alone not your fucking car, weird. Weird choice. Get a hotel for the night. But the thing that's been annoying me lately, and I think it is a bit petty on my part, but I don't care. It annoys the fuck out of me, so I'm going to state it here. There's somebody who must have bought a moped recently, and mopeds make an extremely annoying sound. For me, it sounds a bit like a lawnmower on helium. It's a bit more high-pitched than a grrr. It's more like... And that's the thing. It's not the person who's bought that who maybe can't afford a car. It's not their fault that it makes that sound, but it is their fault when they fucking rev it going around corners and they think, look how cool I am. I've got a fucking motorised vehicle. No one thinks you're cool. No one's impressed by this. We all think you're an annoying shit. And, this might be going too far on my part, if there was a red button that I had to press, and if I press it, you die in an accident on the vehicle, I will press that button very quickly, just so I don't have to hear you twice a day. Morning, you get home from work, maybe more than twice a day. Off you go to the gym or to see a friend, and then a couple hours later, shut the fuck up! Alright. But let me know what annoys you about your neighbours. Let me know if you like your neighbours. Let me know if you're a considerate, quiet person who tries not to disturb. Because I've got a guitar that, to be honest, I bought a year ago, haven't played once, the electric guitar that plugs in. But if I wasn't a considerate person, I could plug that fucking thing in at 2 a.m. and just boo-ba-doo, having a little jam to Nirvana. But I wouldn't do that, because I'm aware that there are other people who live where I live. So, if you got a moped, don't do that fucking rev sound, stop shagging in your garden, and if you have parties, curfew at 11 p.m, please. Thanks.